Good morning, children. Welcome to the online class of Social Science of class 10. Now we are going through political parties, and here today we will discuss how many parties should we have. Basically, we are living in a democratic country. In a democracy, any group of citizens is free to form a political party. In this formal sense, there are a large number of political parties in each country. More than 750 parties are registered with the Election Commission of India. But not all these parties are serious contenders in the elections. Usually, only a handful of parties are effectively in the race to win elections and form government. So the question is, how many major and effective parties are good for democracy? Now here we'll talk about three-party system. One is known as one-party system, second one is known as two-party system, and the third one is known as multi-party system. Now what is one-party system? One-party system basically is a system in which only one party has the right to contest elections and run the government. Basically, this type of government you may find in China. You might have heard China, where only one party, that is the Communist Party, is allowed to rule, allowed to contest elections and allowed to form the government. No other party other than Communist Party in China is allowed to contest elections. So the system of governance present in China is known as one party system. It may look odd. We cannot also say that this one party system basically cannot serve the purpose of democracy. Now second is known as two-party system. Two-party system basically means a nation where only and only two party has a right to contest elections, form the government and run the government. There may be more than two parties, but only two parties have the whole and sole right to contest elections. This type of government you may find in USA, that is US, United States of America, and in United Kingdom. And the third one is multi-party system. If several parties compete for power and more than two parties have a reasonable chance of coming to power, either on their own strength or in alliance with other, we call it a multi-party system. And this multi-party system is present in India. We have, in India there is a multi-party system. In this system, the government is formed by various parties coming together in a coalition, where several parties in a multi-party system join hands for the purpose of contesting elections and winning power. It is called an alliance or a front. In India, you might have heard the name NDA and another is UPA. These are alliance. Okay. NDA means National Democratic Alliance and UPA means United Progressive Alliance. The multi-party system often appears very messy and leads to political instability. At the same time, this system allows various varieties of interests and opinions to enjoy political representations. So question, we have talked about three-party system. Now which one system is best for democracy? Basically, this question is not correct. Party system is not something that any country can choose. It evolves over a long time depending on the nature of society, its social and regional division, its historical history of politics, and its system of elections. These cannot be changed very quickly. Each country develops a party system that is conditioned by its special circumstances. For example, if India has evolved a multi-party system, it is because the social and geographical diversity in such a large country is not easily absorbed by two or even three party. So India has good multi-party system. Whereas in America, two-party system is doing the best. Whereas in China, one party is doing the best, and they are developing, they are progressing, and they are at the top level in the world. So basically, through this discussion, we may come to a conclusion that no party system is ideal for all countries and all situations. Okay children, thank you.